What is up, everybody? We are back in the building. Today, we're going to react to a short video that Roland Martin made concerning what he claims is the conservative right's attempts to target black men by basically signing black black male influencers to lucrative media deals. To my right, if you don't know who this is a guy named DJ Academics. He's just a hip hop head, a person who shares hip hop media and lightly touches on different news topics from around America. And to my left, we all know Roland Martin. We're very familiar with him. He's often labeled a Democrat shill or a servant of the Democratic Party. And that is not a title that he does not deserve. Because one thing we know about Roland is anything that the Democrats do, it's fine by him. And no matter what the Republicans or the conservatives do, no matter how good it may be for African Americans or his racial group, it will never be good enough, and it is not acceptable. It cannot be accepted by our people as far as he is concerned. I'm a little bit late on this one, but it doesn't matter because I'm never going to pass up an opportunity to go in on Roland, or as I like to call him, Roly Poly Martin. Let's pull this up and we can get straight into it. Okay, there he goes.
In 2016, Donald Trump increased the numbers of Republicans got from black men. We saw the impact of that in the 2018 midterm elections, and then we saw it again in 2020. So you may ask, well, what is at play? And you got the folks out there who, and I can tell you, I see exactly what the strategy is, because what Republicans are doing, what they are suggesting is that, you got a group of black men out there who feels as if no one listens to them, no one talks to them. And so I see how they begin to parrot the right-wing talking points. I see when I did interviews with The Breakfast Club and Vlad TV and Ebro in the mornings.
Okay, so the first mistake that Roland is making, and he's doing this on purpose, and is very disingenuous and is very disrespectful to black males. What Roland is asserting is that black males are incapable of independent thought when it comes to politics, when it comes to our lives and how the politics or politicians and the actions of those politicians impacts our lives in a personal way. When he says they're just parroting GOP talking points, no, maybe they're looking at their lives, listening to both sides of the aisle, listening to candidates from both sides of the aisle, and deciding which candidate better represents their values and better advocates for America being a place they would like to live in. So you'll always notice that when liberals and their shills are talking, it always addresses black people, and in this case, black males, as being incapable of independent thought. Pretty much, we can't think for ourselves and we can't take care of ourselves. And Roland is true to form.
When they jump on these message boards, and you can always see the same language. You ain't nothing but a shield for the Democrats, and you trying to get us to vote Democrat. I had one fool say, you were trying to get us to vote for Hillary. Well, fool, she was running against Trump. So what are you saying? You wanted Trump?
Yeah. What's wrong with that? Let me rewind that a little bit because I got a little bit too anxious to go off on this dude.
You ain't nothing but a shield for the Democrats, and you trying to get us to vote Democrat. I had one fool say, you were trying to get us to vote for Hillary. Well, fool, she was running against Trump. So what are you saying? You wanted Trump?
Yes, I did want Trump. That's why I voted for him twice. Yes, Roland, There are black males who disagree with you on politics. There are black males who disagree with you on the way this country should be run. There are black males who identify or connect to different political values than you do. So, yes, we did want Trump. There were black men who weren't just going to jump on Hillary's bandwagon because she was going against Trump. There were black males who listened to both sides of the coin, both sides of the argument, and they decided to follow and choose the candidate that you were not in favor of. One thing you're going to learn about all these Democrats and their shills, if you're black, in their mind, if you're black, you can't think for yourself. You can't make decisions for yourself. You need somebody to make decisions for you. And I'm just never going to be okay with that.
Same thing. Oh, you trying to support Biden? He's running against Trump. And so I need y'all to understand what's going on. So a move took place today. Announcement was made where the right-wing streaming platform Rumble. Now they trying to compete with YouTube. All right, but this is an absolute.
Now let me stop this really quick. So basically, Roland Martin is telling you he's not making political decisions based on what's best for himself, his family, or based on what's best for black people or African Americans as a whole, or even what's best for America as a whole across all racial differences and demographics. He's simply voting against someone he doesn't like. Doesn't know Trump, never met him, doesn't have a personal relationship with him. Basically, it's like everyone else where he's getting his information from the legacy media, the mainstream corporate media. But he's totally convinced that he doesn't like Trump. And his dislike of Trump basically warrants him voting for anyone who's running against Trump, no matter how bad they may be, without even considering how bad they may be. He's telling you that. He's telling you that for all he knows, all the information he has, he's still just a emotional single issue. And you can't even call him a single issue because he's not voting over any particular issue. He's just voting based on his dislike of a candidate that he doesn't even know personally, and doesn't even really have access to. Man, I'm telling you, hey, the truth is stranger than fiction sometimes.
Running against Trump. And so I need y'all to understand what's going on. So a move took place today. Announcement was made where the right-wing streaming platform Rumble. Now they trying to compete with YouTube. All right, but this is an absolute right-wing platform called Rumble. So they signed an exclusive deal with DJ Academics to live stream on their platform 3 to 5 times a week. Now, this is the press release that they put out. Rumble, now this is a publicly traded company, Rumble, the video sharing platform, announced today that the popular media personality DJ Academics will live stream exclusively on Rumble 3 to 5 days a week. Known for his authentic voice, DJ Academics is a powerful culture entertainment influencer with 5.2 million Instagram followers and 2.76 million YouTube subscribers. The Jamaican American podcaster will cover the latest news in hip hop music along with a satirical take on top headlines. Now, he says, I look forward to being one of the first to bring music and cultural conversations to a platform like Rumble. There have been many bad decisions at larger platforms where they haven't put creators first and they are disconnected to the community. I feel now is an inflection point for streaming platforms. I couldn't be more excited to lead this effort on a platform that puts creators first. But here's the question. Do they put black people first?
Roland, it's not their job to put black people first. And if you really want a real answer, yeah, they do. Because they are actually taking black influencers who black people listen to, and they're giving them a platform outside of YouTube, who many YouTube creators feel is unfairly censoring and punishing black content creators for simply being themselves. Yeah, they are supporting black people. because they're giving us options when they really don't have to. Also, how does Roland know that Rumble is a right wing platform? Isn't Rumble publicly traded? I know I'm on Rumble. I don't really talk about it much because my videos just kind of upload there when I make them here. I don't have to do anything. But how do we know that Rumble is a right wing platform? DJ Academics isn't a political pundit. He's not a political talking head. He's not Rachel Maddow. He's not Tucker Carlson. Hell, he's not even Joe Rogan. He kind of stays in his lane of hip hop and urban media. And even when in his statement, he said he thinks this is an inflection point for black content creators because he doesn't feel they're being treated fairly. But you know what? DJ Academics happens to be black. So in the eyes of Roland Martin, he can't think for himself. The decision he's making has to be something that was forced upon him by conservative right-wing by a conservative right-wing media platform. He's not smart enough to come to a conclusion on his own, no matter what he says. And of course, Roland has to come out to punish him for it. I'm still wondering how the heck Roland comes to the conclusion that Rumble is a right-wing platform when even Russell Brand, who is far from right-wing, he's a little liberal for my taste, and he's not even an American citizen, but he loves to comment on American politics. Even Russell Brand signed a deal with Rumble. Now, if they're a right-wing platform, why would they be signing liberal people? It doesn't really make any sense. This is just Roland doing what Roland does best, which is defend a Democrat establishment, a DNC, a Democratic National Party that basically cast him aside years ago. Because we know Roland been looking for a job. He couldn't find one, so he had to start his own media company. And even still, they won't give him a White House press pass, even though we know he would love nothing more than to go chase after Joe Biden like a sick puppy. They don't even want Roland Martin. They replaced him with Simone Sanders and Karine Jean-Pierre. And he's still trying to audition to show them that he's willing to do whatever they want him to do, say anything they would like him to say, and support Democrats, whether right or wrong, in an effort to just gain their acceptance. He's kind of like the worst type of black person there is.
Now, I'm trying to explain to you, and I want y'all to be very clear. The Republican strategy and is to how can they appeal to black men, and they are specifically trying to target them. Hey, pull up the photo from the UFC fight this weekend. Oh, you had this photo of Joe Rogan and Trump with Mike Tyson in the photo. Yep, that was this weekend. I want y'all to understand what's going on here. I need y'all to understand. The Republican Party knows black women hate them more than anybody else. There's no group that hates Republicans more than black women. But the Republicans are specifically going after certain black men. Now look, they could try to play this, Rumble, no, we're trying to be legitimate. And see, let me tell you how they try to play it with me. So you know I got my podcast.
Roland sounds like he's mad that he didn't get offered the deal. Roland sounds like he's mad that he didn't get offered the deal. Like if you offer a deal to anyone other than me, you're a GOP right-wing white supremacist. Then he brings up the UFC fight where Mike Tyson was sitting next to Trump. Haven't Mike Tyson and Donald Trump been friends since the 1980s? I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but haven't Donald Trump and Mike Tyson been friends since the 1980s? So what are you talking? Why is that news? They're sitting, look, they're targeting black men because they know black women hate the Republican Party. Not for long, Roland. We're changing. We're tired of the Democrats making us promises and never fulfilling them. We've been doing that. We've been dealing with that for about 60 years, Roland, and we're absolutely tired of it. So keep on shilling, my brother. Keep on shilling.
On iHeart's platform. Well, I was asked because they have to ask me, will I do certain readings? Because I ain't just reading anybody's stuff. So I've turned down other advertisers. Rumble wanted to run an ad on my podcast. Hell fucking no. Let me say it again. I absolutely said hell.
Yeah, I mean, he got away with one F bomb. This guy is just, he's so disingenuous. He's so disingenuous. It's sad. I'm really unable, I'm unable to like really stomach Roland for long periods of times. He's very emotional. He is just totally one sided, totally closed minded, doesn't want to listen to the opposite side of the aisle, doesn't want to work with them, doesn't really want to come together. He's not about unity and bringing this country together. He's all about divisiveness. And of course he is because he benefits from that. He profits from it. He's a race baiter. He's on a mission to convince black people that everyone in America wants to kill them. And it's just disgusting. And worst of all, this guy's a multimillionaire and won't even buy a decent tie mic to where you could actually hear what he has to say. Unless he's just yelling so loud that the tie mic doesn't register what he's trying to say. The guy's been in media for like over 20 years and still doesn't understand how audio works. Not saying I have the best audio, but you ain't hearing an echo when I'm talking. Come on, Roland. Also, why are you standing so far back from the camera? We know you're fat, we know you're ugly, and we know you're balding. You got the moo on, dude. Relax. Just relax. Be a man for once. Stop just sitting up saying whatever you think your Democrat overlords want you to say. I just can't. The Bible has a scripture where it says, I will not sit with men of lies. And in order to support the same side, no matter what, come hell or high water, you're definitely going to have to support some lies. And if you're a person of integrity, you don't got to be religious. You will definitely make sure you are not one who sits in the company of men like that. Men like Roly Poly over here. Thank you so much for watching this. I appreciate every single thing you do for me. Take care of yourself, but most importantly, take care of each other.